love Canelo versus Golovkin. It's going to be blood. It's going to be guts. It's going to be two guys who hate each other, despise each other. You know why I love this fight? And I'm about to sell Beeb on it because I know Beeb does not like it. Beeb might be on the fence on this.
On the edge.
I'm going to push him back to my side of the fence. You know why I love this fight? It gives us the three things that you need for a big pay-per-view extravaganza. All right? I'm going to give you the three. Public demand. The public demand. Every big poll that's done that includes boxing fans and casual fans has this. When every poll is done, who should Canelo fight next? And Golovkin is in that poll. Golovkin wins clearly by a big gap. And that's because he's the only person that the casual fans know. They don't know these other guys. So Golovkin has a brand. He has a name that he's bringing to the table. All right, that makes this a bigger fight. Okay, so you've got public demand. No matter where it's at, it's going to sell out. If it's at Jerry's World, if they did 73,000 against Billy Joe Saunders, imagine what this does. Right? So you're going to have packed stadium, whether that's Raiders Stadium, wherever they're going to have it, it's going to be packed, and the pay-per-view is going to do well. It's going to do well. If this one, I don't know what this past one did. They're saying 550, 600. We got to take that with a grain of salt. Nobody really knows. They're not transparent. But if that is the true number, it's going to do more than that. All right, so it's going to be a pay-per-view success. Second, entertainment value. The first two fights, the first one was very good to great. The second one was undeniably great. So you're going to get the entertainment value. I'm of the opinion that if these guys fight 10 times, no matter where they're at in the career, no matter what weight, it's going to be a bloody action fight. Two of the best action fighters in the sport, and they're great as well. And then implications. The implications of this is both guys want separation that they did not get in the first two fights. If you scored this as one big fight, you could score 12 rounds to 12 rounds out of 24 rounds. So they need that separation. Canelo does not like his name being attached to Golovkin. Golovkin does not like that he looks at his box record, he sees draw and loss next to Canelo. That eats him alive so much that his career was paralyzed for a couple of years after the second fight. Paralyzed. Because it was like the homecoming queen turning her back on him, right? He was paralyzed by it. He couldn't move on. But now he got that call from the homecoming queen. He's going back on that date. Implications. And by the way, look at how much is at stake for Golovkin here, D-Style. He unified at 160, and he can become undisputed at 168 in the same calendar year, which would make him fighter of the year this year if he pulled that off. And he would become undisputed. It's for all four belts. All right. And for Canelo, like I said, he can finally dispatch of this trilogy. He's given it to the fans who want to see it. He can dispatch of it. And by the way, he can hold on to all four of his belts. He cannot afford two straight losses because perception is everything. Even though he's fighting tough fight after tough fight, 4 months removed from each other, having losses back to back would not be a good look for him. So that's the implications for him as well. Big fight. It's got everything. I don't see how anybody hates it.
Well, let's see. Beeb?